bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Hat on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game.
Coach, the city of Seattle, known for coffee, grunge music, and, of course, rain. And we're definitely going to get a heavy dose of the last of those three here tonight as you look inside a Wet n' Wild CenturyLink field. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. And right away, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Throwing is Wilson. That'll be caught by the rookie. It's Gary Jennings Jr. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Go 14. Tempo.
54 Mike. I got one. Mike 54. Mike 54.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Man open left side. It's his running back with it. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
They go play action here on first down. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Mike 54.
I don't even know why his team showed up.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. That's caught out right by Jennings. The gain of 39 that time. Well, how about the passing numbers so far on this first drive?
Well, no doubt about it. They're flinging it around pretty successfully. And look at the start. The confidence level that we see in him rising because he's hit a few early. And how about the last one? The big shot right there.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And they are able to oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 40, past the 20, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. The the kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Goff now looks to throw. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
180. 50, check my 50. Hell, you won.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. 27 yards there, a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Goff now to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
So I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
This one fielded at the 5. Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
In some phases of life, that's what's known as the quick response team. Down 3, they come right back with a big return. They want to at least tie this game up.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Penny, a first down carry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 26.
Check. Walk 54.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Left side complete to Lockett. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Rams' 18-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter.
After one, our score 9-6. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, come on, now, come on.
Touch 50.
Mike 5-4.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ballgame. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
1 yard gain.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Check. Walk 54. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long...
Good job right there.
Watch that.
Check Mike 54. Hey, come on.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Being chased out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Aqib Talib, the corner, with a sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points,
Touchdown, LA! Todd Gurley, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream up right there.
when he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, it
tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. Jennings was the one he was looking for.
Eric Weddle's one of my favorite players in the league, Brandon. A guy that always seems to be in the right place at the right time, making a play on the football, and he has excellent hands, as we just saw there.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner, coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Dude, I got you pop.
Mike 50, Mike 50. You better bring it. You better.
Back to throw, gone. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. Tyler Higbee. His first touchdown on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
At their own 21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
From the 25 on second down, Goff. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. L.J. Collier in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Now Goff. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Now Goff. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
A gain of 18 on the play.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the pass.
Hey, chill. Bravo.
Throwing again is gone. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Goff throwing again. Over the middle, complete. That's Woods. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And his kick is absolutely perfect. Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Come on, let's go. Got it. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Come on. Next defense, no gap. Hey, 58. Go. 58's the Mike.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Looking deep for Jennings. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off inside the 5. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Gone. He's going to float this one deep right side. And his throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
Plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson forced out to his left. Oh, he finds his running back open downfield. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Mike's by 4.
Check tight end, check tight. Check tight.
14, front it. 54, 54 Mike.
On 1st down, Wilson. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
We want it. Come to my world. Switch.
Wilson defers to Penny here on the draw. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson, and all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, They've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And he's into the clear. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson steps away to his left. And Jennings has it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for the Seahawks. First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Here we go, here we go. Wide. Ankle. Watch twist.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
54 Mike. Pick me up. Here we go. Slam.
Now Rashad Penny. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
They'll run with Penny. Nickel Roby-Coleman up to make the tackle.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him.
On the run, it's Penny. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Green 80. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day.
Penny. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So that right there was his second pick, but keep in mind, this is a guy who once had a rare 3-interception game in his career.
So what are you saying, that getting 2 in a game, that's like kid stuff for him? That's nothing. He's already done that, right? Been there, done that. You know he wants a third again.
38 yards on the scamper there.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
50's the mic. 50's the mic.
A shotgun snap for Gone. Oh, he's looking for a touchdown deep for Woods. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 12-yard line. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Value three. Value three.
Now Goff on first down. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Zuerlein good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And a fair catch taken here at the 5-yard line. Interesting.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
On 3rd down, Penny. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Fielded at the 33. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final.